I'm sorry this is very late. We had the kids come over. Oh my god, it's been absolute chaos here today. This is not beer.
Hey, pass me a beer.
Anyway, good day everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Vise Squad, brought to you by Sea Run Fly and Tackle. This week we're going to tie a kind of more traditional pattern, kind of a spay style steelhead pattern. Pretty flashy. In the vise, this is going to be a 2-aught up by Mustad salmon hook. And we're going to use some 140 Denier UTC in purple. We'll start that up towards the front end there. And work our way to the back. I'm only going to go as far as the hook point on this fly. Right about there. So for starters, this is some gold oval tinsel, which I'm going to tie in on my side, like so. And to keep the body uniform, I'm going to run all the way to the front. And just for later, for measuring, I want to keep, pardon me, this back portion of this fly about 2/3 of the workable area here. So I'm going to stop it about there, and then just kind of gives me a point to remember later. And while I'm doing this, I want to pardon me, keep that thread fairly flat and not with a whole bunch of lumps and bumps in it. It'll just make wrapping the purple tinsel a little easier later. So I'm gonna go leave it back, I don't know, maybe a big 1/16 of an inch or so at the back there, we're gonna wrap this oval tinsel a few times here, just as a little gold butt on the back end. So we'll just kind of do some touching wraps with that stuff. A couple, 3 or 4 turns is probably enough. And I'm going to tie that in. And leave it there, and I'm just going to put it back in my material clip there. And next what I'm going to grab is some purple hollow tinsel. This is medium, I believe. Yeah, medium. And we're going to tie that guy in. Like so. And just to give our body a little bit more volume, we'll run that up and down again. Again, just trying to keep it all fairly even. The advantage to using UTC, if you don't use it already, is that if you really want to make things flat, you can really unwind this thread. If you spin it counterclockwise, it'll really flatten itself out. Makes it very easy to tie stuff in without adding a whole bunch of bulk. And I'm just going to wind it forward one more time, back up to that 2/3 point. And we'll leave it right there. And we'll take that purple and just start wrapping it forward. Remembering to overlap a little bit. If you don't, you end up with some funky edges, and it'll make it more difficult later to, when we wrap this oval tinsel around. I'll go ahead and tie that guy in. And just slip that remainder out. And we'll go back to the oval tinsel here. And we're going to make some nice even wraps moving forward. Trying to leave the spacing about the same. It can be a little difficult sometimes if your body's a little, is not perfectly cylindrical. And this hollow tinsel is a bit slippery, and so is the oval, so it'll move around a little bit on you. Do your best. Like that. And when I first learned this pattern earlier today, when I kind of figured out what I was going to do this week, because I'm well behind, like usual. The first one I did, I didn't glue this in, and I really wish I had done the first one, and we're gonna do it now. Just tie that in. I'll just grab some Solarez Bone Dry here, and I'm gonna lightly coat that body, and it'll stop that oval tinsel from moving around on there, and I'm pretty sure it would add to some durability if these things start getting chewed on. I'm sure the steelies would probably just mess it up in a righteous way. Just a little coat of that. And I'll shoot that. Cure it up nice. Next, I'm gonna grab some gold hollow tinsel, again size medium. I tried it with the bigger one, the large, and it just didn't quite look right. So I downsized it a bit. Not sure if you wanted to just continue with the oval tinsel, you'd get the same effect. This maybe just a little more glitter in there. So I'll just wind that back to where we finished the other. Next we're gonna grab some dubbing. This is Arizona semi-seal. And we want to put just a thin dubbing noodle on here. And we're going to leave about, pardon me, about an eye width behind there, just to, so we have room to tie some feathers in. So then we'll take that gold hollow tinsel and just make some wraps moving forward. Trying to keep it even. I found it was a little difficult to keep them nice and evenly spaced, but I'm sure that that's not going to matter much when you're fishing it. Excuse me one moment. Kids and their technology.
I was here. When your cat died, right? Mr. Fluffy Bottom? I was here. What?
Hi. Trevor!
Huh?
You're in the shot!
Somebody's jingling change. Getting a lot of change. My God. Can we please just get through my monologue? Quiet on set!
Kids and their technology. Next, what I'm going to grab is some purple pheasant tail. And I'm going to grab, I don't know, maybe let's say an inch worth maybe. But what I like to do is I like to pull them straight out the side and grab a hold of that and tug them off. And what that helps you do is just kind of keep them all even, so they're not all different lengths. And then I'm going to take them and get them all kind of lined back up. And these will have some natural curve to it. So I'm going to put that curve pointing up like that. Next we're going to grab a wood duck feather. Everybody's seen these before, I'm sure. Like this one. And what I like to do is, you'll always get the fluffy bits on the back end of those feathers. I like to pull them off because it just helps me know where to stop when I run out of barbels to wrap. I might take a few more off of there. And then what we'll do is we'll kind of push them all down like that. And then I'm going to tie that in, pointing with the curve of the feather down. We did this in that little caddis pattern we did a couple weeks ago, I think it was now. We're going to leave that on there. Then what we'll do is, just out of bad experience and frustration, I was cutting these off before and I ended up just pulling it out every time, and it just really frustrated me. Like it is already. So then what I'm going to try and carefully do is take all those feathers and bend them all to the one side of that stem, so it looks kind of like that. I have found that it helps you not trap the feather fibers in there as badly. Invariably, it's always going to happen, but this I found just seemed to help a little bit. It keeps them all pointing the right way anyway. So then we'll reach in there once we get to the end of where they stop. Just tie that off nice. And then we'll reach back in there nice and close with our scissors. Snip that out. Next we're going to grab, these are two feathers that are basically matched. More or less same size, same shape, same bend, whichever. Out of a saddle hackle. And I'm going to line them up so that the tips are about even. Like that. And we're going to lay them right on top there. So I'm going to go maybe just ahead of the hook bend and tie those in. And what I like to do here to get them to lay right on top is have sort of a pinching wrap with my thread, and then throw the bobbin over and just let the weight of the bobbin pull down. And that'll keep those feathers right on top. So I'm a little long there, so we'll just pull them forward just ever so slightly. And we'll call that close enough. So we'll do some nice tight wraps working backwards like that. And then I'm going to reach in there at the front. And snip those out nice and tight. And while I'm wrapping the head here and going to do a whip finish and clean this up a little, this week's question, I'm going to point you back a few weeks where other pro staff, John, was testing out some waders. So if somebody wants to answer what kind of waders was John testing out, they'll get a few of these flies in the mail for someone to answer. Let's see what else we got kicking around here. So we'll just build a little head here. Give it a few turns with our whip finish tool. And we're going to grab that bone dry again and coat that head real good. Let it soak in a bit. Definitely help with durability. It's never going to come undone on you. Like so. And that's that. my take on a classic pattern. I've changed a few of the materials to suit what I have around. And we all know that purple never works for fishing anyway. Right. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching this week. If you enjoyed the segment, and you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it. You won't miss any of our upcoming content. Like I said a couple weeks back, we should be moving to trout flies soon here. Hopefully that's my wheelhouse. That's what I love to tie. Not that I don't love these. These have been really fun to learn. I've really enjoyed it. Anyway, until next week, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.